you've talked about how it's not. Is it okay? Is it still not open sourced? Because I know in that original video it
It is,
wasn't.
yeah. It
Sorry.
is open source. It is open sourced.
Hmm.
Yes.
What was your
Did I send you the link to that?
no?
Oh, sorry. I thought I did in one of my previous emails. I
Oh, maybe
can
in
share it with you at some
emails.
point.
I don't have my emails open right now though.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
If you can just send it on Discord, that would be
Yeah, I'll
awesome.
do that right now.
Because in that original video, you said you hadn't open sourced it yet.
I had not at that time, no. I was still sort of deciding what I wanted to do with it. A part of me was like, hey, maybe I should sell this, and then that would be a good alternative to student loans, but then I wouldn't be open sourcing it and kind of like I mean, you know how everyone feels about that. That's seen as a betrayal, and for valid reasons, some invalid reasons, but mostly valid reasons. And so I was like, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be okay with doing that. And so I think if I did commercialize it now, I would just sell the binaries and then have the code be open source, similar to something like Krita or Ardor. But I don't even think I'm going to go down that road. So now, yeah, it's just on Codeberg on the link I sent to you. It's under the AGPL3 license.
Mm-hmm. I can understand why you would consider commercializing. I know a lot of people, I am in this space very deeply. I understand exactly the kind of people you've run into, but I can
Thank you.
totally understand why you'd want to do so, right? Like that. Yeah, like this is a really cool idea, and if no one else is doing it, like I get it.
Thank you. I appreciate your shockingly reasonable take on that.
Yeah, someone's got to be reasonable. Someone's got to keep everyone else in check.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, it is open source now, and I'm happy about that decision. I think it was the right one.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to? Oh, I didn't even notice. There's a bunch of issues already open. Are those your issues, or are they? Okay, they are
Yeah,
your
so
issues. Okay.
I've been tracking issues internally. I've also got a whole different repository with feature proposals. I've just tried to set it up from the get-go so that it's ready to have more contributors coming in.
Right. Okay, so you are going to develop it in an open source way. It's not just going to be an open source project like the NVIDIA kernel modules, for example, where the code gets open sourced, but they're not actually accepting code contributions.
Yeah, no, the plan is to have it open source both in terms of code and community contributions.
Mm-hmm. So
and
go on.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. No,
I was going to shift to a slightly different thing.
I was just going to say, also with respect to the commercialization thing, one thing that did come into my mind when I was thinking about the idea for this whole thing, which I think is maybe also important in understanding where it's coming from, is that it's targeted for Windows 10 computers specifically, not for Windows 11, with the upcoming end of life of Windows 10 and the more than 200 million computers that aren't eligible to upgrade, which is an insane stat. I thought there are a lot of people who would like to have an alternative to buying a completely new computer. So
I've spoken to quite a few people who their reason for coming over to Linux recently has been the whole Windows 10 thing. Now, I don't expect there to be. I know every time this happens, people say, "Oh, this is going to be the day that everyone starts using Linux. Oh, wow, this is the year of Linux." If you go back, if you want a fun time, go look at posts during the Windows XP EOL, and people will talk the exact same way about XP and Linux then as they do with Windows 10 and Linux now. People have always thought that the next Windows EOL, that's going to be the day that people move over. That's going to be, especially Windows 8, right? Like when Windows 7 went EOL and then into Windows 8, especially then, I do think there's a slow, gradual shift over with people being more comfortable as things are getting better, as more software is available, especially as more things done in the browser, right? Like if all of your computing is done in a Chrome tab, right? It really doesn't matter what you're on at that point.
Yeah.
Like a phone, the only reason you don't use a phone is because the screen's small, right? You could use any computing device.
No, that's absolutely it. So I don't think I'm not expecting a massive shift, but I do admire the optimism that people have around it.
Well, I do admire the fact that people are actually trying to not just talk about it, but actually provide paths, right? Like you have the end of 10 campaign where a bunch of distros and desktops are sort of putting together resources for how to migrate over to Linux in a comfortable way. Software that you can use as a replacement if you're using other things, and then obviously you have your tool being worked on. I have some friends in the VTuber space who they've put together a guide on how to do VTubing on Linux, how to like get all the software working through Wine and all that stuff. And it's nice to see that there is a push to make this happen, even if it's not going to be, 50% of people move over, 20% of people move over. There's going to be people who see that there is a process now, and there are people there who are, wanting you to do so.
Yeah, the community has really stepped up to open those doors, and that's quite inspiring to see.
So when you put out that video on Operese, I can't imagine you expected it to get. I'm sure you someone would see it, yeah, but like it got posted around basically everywhere Linux related. I can't imagine you expected the kind of attention it got.
Yeah, I was a little bit blown away by that. I'm not gonna lie. Like after I have a Discord history of me saying to my friends like it has 1,000 views. What have I done? And then that was just the beginning. And so I was really not expecting that, and it was really really cool experience to have. Very humbling too. And so I'm glad that so many people have seen it and that there's so much enthusiasm around it. And yeah, it's also a little bit intimidating. Like, oh, now all these people are watching me do this, which is maybe why the next update has taken a while. It's like, can I live up to that sort of? I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Like maybe like one hit wonder of the previous video sort of thing. But yeah, I think it's like all publicity is good publicity sort of thing. So yeah, I'm really happy about that.
So, what sort of response were you getting from people? Because I've not read every single comment on the video, but from what I did see, it seemed like generally positive.
Yeah, I've read most of the comments, and they all do seem quite positive. Like a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'd use this, or I'd like to know how this works," or like, "Thanks for making this," sort of thing. And so those are all really great to see. Of course, there are also a couple negative ones. I remember there was one that was like, just like, "This is a waste of time. You should not have worked on it." And I was like, "Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that, internet stranger." Which I'm sure you get those sorts of things too as another YouTube content creator. So really the most I can do is just laugh that off. And then also with the email address that I put there, I don't really know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting like random adult programmers to start sending me their resumes, like asking to help out. I was like, I'm a university student, guys. Don't send me your resume. That's weird.
Well, that's a positive. As annoying as that, not maybe not annoying, but as weird as that might be, it could certainly be worse, right? At least it's just resumes.
Exactly. It was kind of cool being the one receiving the resumes rather than applying for internships and sending them out myself. So that was a funny role reversal. But yeah, I got generally very positive responses and a lot of curiosity too. I think that's maybe even the stronger emotion out of all of them that were there. Just knowing what's next and how it works, sort of thing.
Did you have anyone calling it fake?
No, I did not.
I'm surprised.
Me too, yeah. I mean, I tried to avoid that by including like the video of running it on a physical desktop.
Right.
And maybe people actually saw that. Maybe I just missed the comments or selectively forgot about them. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that there wasn't like any calling out of it being fake, which, yeah, I was also surprised by.